Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into an engaging topic, the art of problem solving and its translation into practice. We'll be exploring core problem-solving skills and how to effectively apply them in real situations. I'm excited to take you through this journey where practical strategies meet real-world challenges, helping us all become more proficient and confident problem solvers. Let's get started. Here we have the foundation of our topic. An introduction to problem solving. First, let's clarify what problem solving actually means. It's essentially the process of finding solutions when we face challenges or obstacles. Think of it as identifying the best path forward when something stands in your way. This is represented here by the light bulb icon, symbolizing insight and ideas. Next, we look at the scope. Problem solving isn't limited to one area of life. It's relevant whether you're at work, studying, or handling personal matters. The compass icon illustrates this broad applicability, guiding us through different contexts where these skills come into play. Finally, the objective of this presentation is to define problem solving clearly, highlight the essential skills involved, and show how you can apply these skills practically. The bullseye icon here reminds us of the goal, aiming for effective solutions that make a real difference. On the right, the image of someone working thoughtfully at a laptop with a cup of coffee and a small plant creates a calm, focused atmosphere, emphasizing that problem solving is both an intentional and approachable process. When we focus on problem solving, the first major benefit is its impact on productivity. By addressing issues effectively, we can streamline processes and cut down on delays, which directly translates to noticeable efficiency gains in our daily operations. This is crucial for keeping teams on track and achieving our goals faster. Secondly, problem solving acts as a significant boost to innovation. When we approach challenges with creativity, it encourages fresh ideas and novel solutions. This not only helps us overcome obstacles, but also enhances our overall business capabilities, allowing us to stay competitive and forward-thinking. Together, these aspects highlight why mastering problem solving is essential for sustained success. Here we compare two types of problems, well-defined and ill-defined. Well-defined problems are those with clear goals and known solution paths. They are structured, meaning we have specific criteria for what counts as success, so it's easier to know when we've solved them. On the other hand, ill-defined problems are more ambiguous. They often have multiple valid solutions, and both the goals and the methods to reach them can be unclear or constantly changing. Understanding this distinction helps us choose the right approach when tackling different challenges. Here, we focus on three key problem-solving strategies that can help us tackle challenges effectively. First, analytical thinking, which involves breaking down complex problems by relying on logic and data. This approach emphasizes facts and evidence to gain a thorough understanding and find clear solutions. Next, creative thinking encourages us to generate innovative ideas and explore unconventional approaches. It's all about being flexible and finding original solutions beyond traditional methods. Finally, heuristics use practical shortcuts or rules of thumb to solve problems efficiently. This strategy balances speed and accuracy, allowing for quick decision-making without sacrificing too much precision. Together, these strategies provide a well-rounded toolkit for addressing a variety of problems. Here we have the key steps in the problem-solving process laid out clearly. First, we start with understanding. This means gathering all the relevant information and pinpointing the root cause of the problem. Without a clear definition, it's hard to move forward effectively. Next, we move to planning, where we develop a strategy and map out the steps to tackle the issue. A solid, actionable plan is essential for success here. Then comes implementation, where the plan is put into action with coordinated teamwork, actively addressing the problem and making progress. Finally, we evaluate the outcomes to see how effective our solutions were, learning from the results and identifying ways to improve the process. This cyclical approach ensures continuous improvement and effective problem resolution. Here, we're focusing on the role of critical thinking and decision-making in navigating complex situations. Critical thinking is fundamental because it allows us to evaluate evidence in a clear, systematic, and objective way. This means we don't jump to conclusions, but carefully analyze the information before us. On the other hand, decision-making techniques build on this by helping us choose the most effective solutions. They involve balancing evidence, logic. Here we have three essential tools for practical problem solving. First, brainstorming is a great way to quickly generate a wide range of ideas. It encourages creativity and helps you explore different possibilities early in the process. Next, root cause analysis is all about digging deeper to identify the underlying reasons behind a problem. This method is useful when you need a thorough understanding before moving forward. Finally, prototyping involves creating simple models or experiments to test your ideas in a hands-on way. It provides quick feedback and allows for iterative improvements. Together, these tools help us approach challenges thoughtfully and effectively. Here we focus on a real-world example of problem-solving in business. First, the company identified key issues within their order processing system. They noticed inefficiencies that were causing delays in delivery and lowering customer satisfaction. By carefully analyzing their workflow, they were able to pinpoint the bottlenecks that needed attention. Next, they implemented a structured problem-solving approach that led to the introduction of automated workflows. This automation reduced the cycle time by 35%, which is a significant improvement. As a result, customer satisfaction scores also saw a noticeable increase. This case study clearly demonstrates how targeted problem identification and effective solutions can drive meaningful business improvements. Here we have a case study focusing on problem solving in engineering. The challenge started with a manufacturing line facing a rise in defects, leading to production delays. Through a careful and iterative diagnostic process, the team pinpointed equipment misalignment as the primary cause of these issues. To address this, alignment corrections were implemented. Following these targeted interventions and ongoing testing, defect rates dropped significantly, showing just how effective this approach was in resolving the problem and improving overall production quality. The image here illustrates the kind of heavy machinery involved, highlighting the real-world context of this engineering challenge. When applying problem solving, we often encounter several key challenges. First, limited time can be a major constraint. To manage this, it's important to prioritize tasks carefully and use time-boxing techniques, which helps ensure steady and efficient progress without getting stuck on any one issue. Next, resistance to change is another common obstacle. To overcome this, engaging stakeholders early on is crucial. Building their support and addressing concerns upfront can smooth the path for new ideas and solutions. Finally, lack of data can hinder decision-making. In these cases, conducting small-scale experiments allows us to gather the necessary information and insights to move forward confidently. By tackling these challenges methodically, problem-solving becomes much more effective. When dealing with a small team and limited resources, it's important to use rapid prototyping and focus on a narrow scope. This approach helps us make the most out of what we have by quickly iterating and refining solutions without overextending our capacity. On the other hand, working in a regulated environment requires us to emphasize thorough documentation and conduct careful risk assessments. This ensures compliance with necessary standards and helps mitigate potential issues before they arise. Together, these strategies highlight how problem-solving needs to be flexible and tailored to the specific constraints and demands of the real world. The puzzle pieces forming a heart remind us that combining different approaches thoughtfully leads to effective and meaningful solutions. Here we're focusing on how to reflect and improve your problem-solving skills through three essential steps. First, we capture by recording the decisions we've made and the outcomes we've observed. This helps us gather key insights that form the foundation for further analysis. Next, we analyze by identifying patterns and root causes to really understand the underlying issues at play. This deeper understanding is crucial for effective problem solving. Finally, we act by turning those insights into experiments or concrete actions for the next improvement cycle. By following these steps, we create a continuous loop of learning and growth, enhancing our ability to solve problems more efficiently over time. Here's a quick summary of the key takeaways we've covered. First, it's essential to define the problem clearly. Taking the time to frame the problem accurately sets the foundation for finding effective solutions. Next, choose the right strategy by matching your approach to the specific nature of the problem, which helps improve your results. Then, iterate quickly by conducting small experiments and evaluating outcomes frequently. This allows you to adapt and make continuous improvements. Finally, reflect and improve by scheduling retrospectives and regularly practicing your skills to enhance overall performance. This cycle of defining, choosing, iterating, and reflecting helps ensure progress and sustain success. Now we've reached the Q&A portion of our session. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm here to help. For more details beyond today's presentation, you can contact us at info@example.com or visit our website. Additionally, there are extra resources available. You can download the worksheet or sign up for our follow-up session to deepen your understanding. Thank you all for your attention and participation today.